Alright guys, so I think we're going to get a good laugh out of this one. Derek has one more deck profile for us before we go to KFC. He's got an actual Lightsworn deck profile for us, not my shit Lightsworn that we had before. So, Derek, take it away.
My Lightsworn deck just topped a few weeks ago, so it wasn't too bad. I wasn't first place; it was up in third. It's
good enough.
It's a good deck. I hate it though. I hate myself for using it. I kind of figured I had to because everybody else was. So I'm a follower. I suck. Let's do this. All right, obviously, because everybody loves it. The 3 Judgment Dragon.
I see they're not common.
Yeah,
they're not common. They are gold rare.
Quite pretty.
Obviously, JD, too good not to use. Pay 1,000, blow up the field. I mean, give me a break. This card needs to go to 2. I can deal with it 2. Put Eclipse Wyvern at 1.
Just not 3. Just 3 is obnoxious.
Speak of the devil, 3 Eclipse Wyvern. Just Eclipse Wyvern obviously searches out your JD and your Diabolos. It's a target for the Dragon Rulers, so it's really, really good, especially in Lightsworn where it can just be milled to the graveyard.
So yeah, this is like a Lightsworn Ruler kind of deck.
This is a Lightsworn
Ruler
deck,
like that,
yes.
Yep.
We have 3 Raiden. Raiden, very good card. It's just like Celestia without the popping. You can just mill up to 4 cards in a turn. So Raiden, plus it's the tuner, so Raiden just so good.
Yeah.
Raiden's one of my favorites. I love it. I hate how they changed it to Hand of the Lightsworn. Lightsworn Assailant sounded so better, but
sounds better, but
Konami hates us.
Basically.
Or that or Konami's a bunch of pussies. 2 Lila. Lila's 3 is a little cloggy, little excessive. Lila definitely a good card because you can pop the back row and mill 3 at the same time. Not a bad card to start off with if you really need to, but not exactly the best start card.
It's not bad if you go second. You can pop their first back rows, be like,
The best start card for this deck is the Raikou.
Oh yeah.
I run 2. I should run 1. I probably will run 1 once I get another Needlebug Nest. Raikou, obviously the best card to start the game with because you can't draw, so, set it, flip it, pop, mill 3, and then get going from there. Your opponent goes a little bit of minus, but, you're in the driver's seat when Raikou goes off. 3 Lumina, too good not to run 3 of. Pitch 1, summon 1. You can pitch the same and summon the same 1 if there's another Lightsworn in the graveyard. So, obviously, this sets up your synchro plays. You can go into Michael and everything else. You might even get to summon Felice now that Felice is out. I will be getting Felice in this deck somehow.
Oh, I was going to be trading Felice with some guy, but he left. Shit. I was going to do that.
1 Diabolos. Diabolos, I don't really run 2 because it is hard to get out if you open it early game. So I don't run any of the Daedalus just because it's not a dragon. I know a lot of people think, oh, why not run Daedalus? It only takes 4 and it can be any name, same name, doesn't matter. Diabolos may take different names, but when you get it out, it's just a pain in the ass to get rid of.
It's just much better than
28 beaters. Better than a 26. This one can actually stack your opponent's deck too, so that kind of pisses them off. 2 Wolf. I really don't want to run 3. Everybody says you either run 1 or 3. I'm going to be the Rebel and run 2. Probably might cut it down to 1 just because it's probably the worst card to draw ever in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I mean, you can solar recharge it, but that's about it.
You can, but
Monster Reincarnation.
There's this is just another thing I could take out and put a Needlebug Nest in for.
Precisely.
1 Jane. Jane's just kind of a floater. Just run over a little bit extra, gains that extra 300, and you get mill 2. So Jane could be a good start card. Just put a beater on the field and mill 2 and get on your way. Another floater is Lightsworn Monk, Aaron. Aaron's actually a little bit better than Jane in my opinion because when Aaron attacks a defense, it just sends it back to the deck. So hands, anything that's set, like Ghost Trick cards. Aaron definitely will run over Ghost Trick and anything that's set.
People on my channel know I love Ghost Tricks.
It's definitely it's definitely a good card.
Yeah.
3 Minerva. I hear a lot of people hating on me because Minerva is not as good as some of the other cards.
I'm curious to do why you run 3. I mean, I would totally run 2, but 3.
Because Minerva, when you mill it to the grave, is good, and now that Goyo Guardian's a thing, and you can actually play it, I like Lumina, Minerva, Goyo. I like it. It gets over a lot. it can definitely sync up, and with like Eclipse Wyvern, if you open that bad, Minerva's alright. I like it at 3. It's not bad at all.
I mean, you could Leviair it for something.
I don't
if
run
you could,
Leviair.
like, you know,
I do not run
you could
Leviair.
Leviair your banished Wyvern, do funky stuff. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things I want to try out later.
I do not. And then one
It's possible.
Garoth. One Garoth, just because Garoth is Garoth, you get to draw a few. If you get to mill 2, then draw a few, possibly. But Lumina and Garoth is a good combo. You can just literally go through 5 cards at once. So possibly more if you mill Lightsworn. So Garoth is pretty good. It's not my favorite, but it's pretty good. On to something other than Lightsworn, we have Honest. Honest, just so good. Honest, that just...
in my opinion, Honest needs to be banned.
Honest will never be banned. Honest should not be banned. Honest gives light decks definitely that extra kick in the ass that they needed, so... Honest is just really good. Then I run 3 of the 4 Dragon Rulers. This deck is designed to... My deck's designed to, like, put... like half the deck in the graveyard as fast as physically possible, and get these 3 in the grave, get Eclipse in the grave, get Judgment banished, then you can just blow up the field with Judgment when you get these guys out and get Judgment on there. And these are also set up for your Big Eye plays, your Draco Sacks, just... Oh, yeah, I will trade you for that in a minute. But no, the Dragon Rulers, obviously, way too good. So good in this game. We're going to move on to the spells now. Obviously, 1 charge, it's at 1. You can't really play this deck without it. It's just so good. Add a Lumina to your hand. Lumina's like the main target. 9 times out of 10, you probably will pitch like a Raiden or a Minerva and get that extra mill off Minerva. So it's so good. 3 recharge, because if you're gonna open and you're gonna open with Lightsworn
with all 3 and the one that's at 1. It's stupid. I hate it.
It's 9 times out of 10 when you play against this deck, they're gonna have like 2 of these and a charge, so you're gonna be like really salty. But this card's really good. Just get your deck rolling, gets everything going, and once you get rolling with Lightsworn, it's kind of really hard to slow down, and your opponent's gonna have a lot of trouble slowing you down too. So 3
Unless
solar.
they have Macrocosmos.
Macrocosmos, but then you have
then
like
you can't even play them.
Then you got Lila. So Foolish Burial. Send your obviously you send your Eclipse. You send your Raiden if you have a Lumina in your hand. Send your Wolf. Wolf's a free summon on this. Very good, especially with the tuners in the deck. If you have a tuner in your hand or on the field, this card with Wolf is really great. 1 monster Reincarnation. Reincarnation's pretty good. I mean, you're gonna mill JD. Eventually, you are going to mill JD, and you're gonna need it back. And you're gonna have some shitty Lightsworn in your hand that you just don't want. So, because I feel 2 is kind of cloggy, and you don't really need 2. 1 should be just fine. Onto the traps. Play the 1 Beckoning Light. It's a good card. You just refill your hand and just OTK your opponent. If done properly, if done at the right time, this card will just let you OTK and your opponent will hate you. I run 1 Needlebug Nest. I need to get another one. I will run 2. Really good card. Just like I said, 2, maybe even 3, just because I want to be able to mill as much as physically possible. And it's really good. And then 2 Fiend Comedian. Now,
I have no idea what this card does. Apparently, he says I'm gonna like shit myself when I hear the
Fiend Comedian and Lightsworn.
Main deck those?
I main deck these. Fiend Comedian and Lightsworn is so stupid. It is the most broken piece of shit ever.
What if you're going against that banishing anti-meta deck? That's a
then you sign them out. Fiend Comedian, you toss a coin. If you call it right, you banish your opponent's entire graveyard. So if you're playing Boojins, they just lost the turtle, the hare, the Quillin, everything just got banished. Now, if you call it wrong, that's okay too, because then you send cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard equal to the amount of cards in your opponent's graveyard.
Oh my god.
In a mirror match, this card, well, if used at the right time, you will sack so hard.
Are you fucking kidding
me? You can either mill every card in a Lightsworn graveyard, I'm sorry, banish every card in a Lightsworn graveyard with this, or you can mill half of your deck, basically, with 1 card.
I can't believe I didn't know that this card existed.
It's like a $3 common, and you can. It's just so broken.
You can deck out on the coin flip though.
I have like 10 of it.
If used at the wrong time, yeah, you can deck out on the coin flip.
Just make sure you use it so that you won't deck out if you call it wrong.
Like, who cares if you have a bunch of Judgment Dragons sent to your hand if you're decking out?
But here's a funny thing though. Like the other day, I play on Duel Network. Guy had obviously a Lightsworn mirror match. I got to use this. I had to mill 20 cards from my deck.
Jeez.
I milled out, but in the meantime, I milled all my Eclipse Wyverns, and the Eclipse Wyverns banished the JDs, and that's what basically got me to deck out. But while playing with 0 cards, obviously the Dragon Rulers come back because they're in the graveyard now. Then Lightsworns just do what they do. Judgment Dragon, Diabolos, sack, game. This card's just so good. And the art on it really sucks. They should have stayed with the other art that was on the card. Just looked way better. Apparently, Americans are too pussy to actually just handle a cool looking card art.
What are you gonna do?
All right, so on to the side. No, extra deck. Excuse me.
Do you have a side deck for this one?
I do have a side deck.
Okay.
You want me to do the side deck first?
No, afterward though. I was just wondering if you had it or not.
All my cute little tokens for your Draco Sack plays. 1 Star Eater.
I want that card.
Star Eater's so good, especially in this deck.
Card's broke.
Just any Dragon Ruler, any level 7 with Raiden, and you're gonna make this card, and you are going to just run over shit. Star Eater can't be negated, so really, really good card. We have a Stardust Spark Dragon. I like it as it's one of my favorite level 8 synchros because it just protects itself or any other card on the field for that matter. So if you're playing against hands or something, this card will save you, and it's really, really good. Then we have a Crimson Blader because Artifacts Hat is a thing. This will stop Hat from using the Sanctum on you. You can definitely use it against any Dragon Ruler deck. This will just cripple that deck. So very good card. I like Crimson Blader. Fresh off the ban list, the Goyo Guardian. I love it. I've been waiting for this card to come back for so damn long.
Now we just need Trish.
Trish, in my opinion, Trish will come back eventually.
It better.
Trish needs to come back, especially with the game becoming as fast as it is. But
Goyo and Trish, we need them back.
It's just such a good card. It really is. Then we have a Mistworm. I do run Mistworm because the Draco Sack tokens are level 3. And you do have quite a bit of level 3s in here, so if you can get a Minerva and a couple of Luminas, this card can really get you out of a tight spot. Just bounce 3 cards. I believe this doesn't target. No, this card does not target. So again, very good card. Can get over safe zone if your opponent plays like those ninjas, like Thaddeus does. Very, very good card. I love it.
What was your record with this today?
With this?
Yeah.
I didn't play Lightsworn today.
Oh.
I'm sad to do
I played Hat. Obviously, Michael, the new synchro for the deck, just pay 1,000, banish anything. Too good. Too good. And you get to mill at the end of the turn, and the best part is, if you're going to deck out and you bring this card out, you're going to get you can get your entire deck back, basically. You can just get like 10 Lightsworns back, 10, 15 Lightsworns, and then you can just go from there, and you gain 300 for each one, so it's a really good card.
So 10 Lightsworns later, you've just gained 3,000.
Pretty much.
And you're not going to deck out.
And I have done it before. And then the last of the Synchros, Black Rose Dragon, Lumina, Raiden, Black Rose, blow up everything. So really good card, really, really good card. Even if your opponent stops it somehow, a 24 beater is nothing to get pissed at. Very, very good. Also a target for the Dragon Ruler, so when it goes to the graveyard, you can just get rid of it.
No. I literally
for the Xyz, 1 Level Chain, especially with
crappy supers.
with Felice coming out, this card just became a pop card. So mill Felice, Felice effect, summon, Felice, destroy, mill 3, just really good. Send your Eclipse Wyverns to the graveyard, stack your deck with JD. Level Chain has so much versatility in a Lightsworn deck.
And sack
is exactly right. I'm sorry, I also run a Leo. I forgot about Leo.
How could you forget Leo?
It's just...
I think Konami forgot about Leo when they made it a rare and not at least a super.
Leo
and Ragnar Zero have been 2 cards lately that I think they really fucked up. They really should have made them hollow.
Ragnar Zero, not so much, but...
Well, I think Ragnar Zero is hollow worthy. That's just me, though.
No, you kidding me?
Ragnar Zero doesn't have enough credibility. It stops cards only if their attacks change. Not everybody does that.
It stops them only if their attack's different from their original attack. So it doesn't even stop Cliff on.
Leo, we can all agree Leo deserved to be super, though.
No. Doesn't even
Oh my god, I hate all of you. I like that it's rare so I can get a bunch of them, but, Alright.
We have 1 101. Obviously, like I said before in my last video, you cannot play this game without this card somehow. It will save you. It will. Really, it's just crazy. And Big Daddy, Evil Swarm Exciton Knight. Just another. It's just more ways for Lightsworn to blow up absolutely everything on the field. Your opponent sees this card and they just like cringe because they know their whole field's about to be blown. You can chain it. If they bottomless, you can chain Exciton and still blow up everything.
Yeah, what if they effect failure to that?
Well, then they just burn 2 cards trying to get rid of 2 awesome cards trying to stop this. Shit happens, I guess.
It's not big of a game-winning card. I mean, if they don't have an answer to it, then yes. But other than that, it's not.
Solemn Warning?
Solemn Warning sucks.
That's a card.
For the rank 3s, I just play a mech-equipped engineer. JD can blow up the field, and this card can actually protect something else. So it may switch it to defense mode, but you won't lose like your other JD or this or
Yeah.
It's a good defense card. For the rank 7s, 1 Big Eye. Big Eye is just Big Eye, very, very salty making card. It will take any card, any monster your opponent has. Great way for getting over like Beals and other cards.
Let me get your shit.
Just let me get your shit, that's it. Quite a looker, isn't it?
That got weird quick. Alright.
1 Draco Sack. Draco Sack is just amazing in this deck. You can make rank 7 pretty easily.
Because you'll be Draco sacking.
You will be Draco. You're already sacking, so Draco Sack is
The name's perfect.
yeah.
God damn it, I'm so ready.
And then there's going to be times when you have to not like mill cards with JD, so Felgrin comes into play very well in this deck. It's very rare that you'll actually make Felgrin, because if you can bring out multiple JDs, chances are you're just going to OTK that turn. So, but in the unlikely event that your opponent has like that Swift Scarecrow late game and you only have like 6 cards in your deck or something, you can go into Felgrin and Felgrin will just like save your ass. The best way to get over this card, I guess, would be something like Carnagorgon, because Carnagorgon can stop him from targeting himself. Or, I'm sorry, Carnagorgon can actually make him target himself if he tries to negate one of your monster's effects. So, very good card. Obviously worthy of being the secret, ultimate, and ghost. Now, for the side deck, I do run 2 Light Ray Daedalus in the side deck, because if the opponent plays a field spell, which is situational, then this card comes into really, really good use.
He could fuck me up because of my mansion.
He will wreck Ghost Tricks in the mansion, because he'll just pop the field spell and then 2 cards along with that. So your opponent just went -3 when you summon this, and it's really easy to get out. All you need are 4 Lightsworns, and you can do that with a Needlebug Nest for God's sake. And it's obviously level 7, so you can just go into your Draco Sacks and everything still. So really good card. Just again, it's not a dragon, so that's why I don't run it in the main deck. 3 Space Typhoons. I don't run them in the main deck just because if the opponent's got something like in the back row, then I might go for this.
Yeah.
But I don't like it in the main deck too much because you can mill it and it's kind of a dead mill, so it's all right. It's definitely a good side deck card. Swords of Concealing Light. Pretty good card. Just turn stuff face down. It makes it a lot harder for your opponent to like Z summon and stuff. Plus the positions can't change, so really good.
Annoying as fuck is good. It's just annoying.
Annoying as fuck is pretty accurate. Can be. Double debunk. Debunk, so good. So good. You just can't really get a better trap card than Debunk in this game at this point in time. It stops so much. It just wrecks so much. I run a Transmigration Break in there because I hate Madulce. But this card stops anything that would be added back to the deck, like Madulce. Anytime they're destroyed, they get banished. So you play this, Madulce is going to fold, and it's really good. There are a lot of decks that run like Pot of Dichotomy, Daigusto Emerald, stuff. Anything that can add back to the deck, this card will save. So just keep an eye on your opponent when he's doing that. We run a Thunder King. A lot of people like to add cards. What's one of the new ones that just came out? Like Satella Knights.
Oh yeah.
Satella Knights definitely like to add. Definitely would like to nab.
They don't have
And,
to, but they like to.
We do.
You know, this card will definitely work against the Tellarknights because you can negate the Xyz summon. You can
It's all dead to us.
you can't
You got 5 rotas.
add anything to the hand, which isn't too bad in Lightsworn because Lightsworn doesn't really add to the hand. The only time you do that is with charge, and that's once in 40 cards.
You technically could with Minerva, but no one does.
Minerva doesn't add. Well, nobody uses Minerva. as
Exactly.
effective add.
Technically you could, but no one does.
And finally, Double Decree. Traps, back row. Traps and back row are definitely going to hurt this deck. So if you can decree and you can just stop your opponent until you can get your JDs off and blow them up, then that's all good. But yeah, definitely a great card. Definitely just really upsets a lot of hat decks. Not much they can do about that afterwards. So that's it for the deck profile.
So thank you again, Derek, for your Lightsworn and your hat deck profile. Again, his link to his channel will be down in the description. And I believe this will be it for our Duelist Alliance sneak peek videos. So thank you guys for watching.